What's up, beautiful people? This is your favorite certified life coach, Hossam Abu State. Now we're going to talk further about toxic parents, specifically the gift of forgiveness. If your parents can make you feel like you're still a child, they can maintain control. Parents who feel guilty tend to be over-controlling towards their grown children. Guilt, deep dissatisfaction, and fear are all contributing factors to an overly controlling parent, to the degree that a child's independence can feel like a loss of a limb to that controlling parent. In some cases, as the child grows older, the parent feels the need to amp up the control in order to keep the child dependent. So what happens to you or me as a child when we experience this? Well, we develop a blurred sense of identity. You may have trouble seeing yourself as a separate person from your parent. You may feel completely powerless. In healthy families, the parent is in control of the child until the child is gradually more competent in different aspects of their life that they can start taking control and transition that power. In toxic families, the transition is delayed for years and sometimes, unfortunately, forever. So what's the solution and how can you give yourself that gift of forgiveness? And I'll break this process into two parts. The first part is the practical part. The practical part is you need to be financially independent from your parent, 100%. It's very difficult to forgive someone and love them if they're continuing to control you or abuse you. In the same sense, if they're verbally abusing you, you need to set boundaries first before you are able to forgive them. If there's no current abuse and it only exists in your mind, don't feel ashamed because that's the case with most of us. So, now you're ready to initiate the path of forgiveness. So let's walk through the steps. These are steps that were taught to me by my mentors and helped me a lot. Write down one example of one event that happened in the past that was unacceptable and really bothered you. For example, in 2008, X, Y, and Z happened. Write it down objectively and simply. The second step, identify the emotion that was involved in this event. When XYZ happened in 2008, I felt angry. I felt scared. I felt unsafe. I felt lonely. I felt unimportant. Whatever it is that's coming up for you. Feeling my feelings was the most awkward thing for me to do. I was not used to it. Throughout all my childhood, I was living in the head. I did not recognize my feelings at all. They were a dangerous place to go. So, tools that have helped me is that usually I ask myself continuously, how am I feeling? I just check in. Try to figure it out. Even if I can't figure it out, I just check in. A very powerful tool, though it's very simple, is the emotional chart. You can even look it up on Google, type in emotional chart or mood meter, and you're gonna see these emojis and it's gonna give you good awareness of where you are today at the moment, where you are in specific events. And it helps you understand the categories of emotions as well. So it's a great simple tool that you can print out and hang up on your wall, at your desk, on your phone, just to develop that awareness of what you're feeling. Again, our feelings are always giving us messages that help us make our lives better. Another very powerful tool that I've used a lot is this chart from a book called Power versus Force. It doesn't only show you the emotions on a scale from the bottom to the top, it gives them specific frequencies. So you can see at the bottom there's shame and it has a frequency of 20. And moving up you have guilt, and then fear, and then pride, courage, love, joy, acceptance, and enlightenment. Initially, when I saw this list, my goal was to always reach enlightenment. But what I've learned is that you have to go up the scale step by step. If I'm in shame, I cannot go to acceptance right away. I have to move up step by step. I may have to be in anger a little bit. I may have to go up to apathy or fear. I have to feel the whole spectrum of feelings and allow them in order to move up in a sustainable way. A lot of times we don't want to feel angry even if we do, because there's a lot of shame and fear associated with anger. And that's for a good reason, because uncontrollable anger can ruin relationships, and we are social animals. We cannot exist in a vacuum. We exist in a tribe. We exist in a community. So uncontrolled anger can be very dangerous. So we avoid it at all costs. What I'm trying to say here is feel your anger in a safe way. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt somebody. But feel that anger. What is it telling you? It's telling you something to improve your life. It's giving you a signal that something went wrong and needs to be fixed in a sustainable way, not in a destructive way. The third step is explore what you wish would have happened instead. For example, in 2008, when XYZ happened, I felt lonely. I wish you would have taken me aside and told me that everything's gonna be okay. I wish you had given me a hug instead of asking me to go away. Whatever's coming up for you. During this step, you may already start to feel your energy shifting. The next step may be more difficult, but bear with me here. You're gonna write down, I know you did the best you could with your abilities, and I forgive you. I understand you may not feel the forgiveness just yet, but this is you leaning into it gradually, little by little. And even if you don't feel it yet, I urge you to remember that this is the end goal. This is your gift to you. And if you need to take all the roundabout roads in order to arrive there, do whatever you need. You don't have to arrive to it immediately. You may have to process things more and more. This step is the most difficult because we've practiced that blame and unforgiveness for years. It became almost a fact. It's so hardened in our mind that it's very difficult to untangle this thought pattern because we've practiced it so much. And then even if we untangle it, then we feel awkward because we don't know what to think anymore. We need new thought patterns to practice every day so they replace the hardened ones that were there. So even though this blame, this unforgiveness is so familiar, it's almost comfortable, it's not serving us. So untangling it is gonna take some work. It's gonna take some persistence and patience. But you do it to you because you value you. You are worthy and you deserve it. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Please hit the like button in order for the knowledge to reach more people. It also helps me out a lot. Also check out my website for free life coaching tools, or if you want to work with me one-on-one to do profound work to untangle more and deeper mental and emotional patterns that are holding us back. This is your host Hossam, reminding you that whatever you desire is achievable. So keep improving every day, no matter how little. Peace.
Bye, have a great time.